All right, let's move on. You're saying you're booking 95% of the people you talk to.
Yeah, about 95, give or take.
Why do you think that?
I think it's almost more than just what I'm saying. It's like the way I go about it, and this is what I taught the last insurance company was, and I've seen how it has worked. I mean, it's like the way you say it rather than, like just reading off a script or whatever it may be. But like, if you're acting like, you're talking to like your own mom or your own grandma, like you're not going to be all high pitchy on them. You're going to keep your tone right. You know what I mean? Like just be natural, like be yourself. But I think the biggest thing is not having uptones on certain parts of, the script. You know what I mean? And of course, have a script to go off of. I'm not saying don't have a script, but I'm just saying instead of acting like kind of robotic and like it just kind of being monotone and like kind of have some, I don't know, talk like you're talking to your grandma. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just the way I have it in my head.
Okay, so you say talk like you're talking to a family member.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're bothering people when you call them?
No, I mean, I triple, sometimes quadruple dial. So
do they ever get mad at you for triple or quadruple dialing?
No.
What do you say when they pick up?
I mean, just so you know, I always have my script in front of me.
So you have your script in front of you, but you try to talk as natural as possible.
Exactly. Yep.
And you imagine that you're talking to your mom or your grandma.
Exactly.
Okay, let's go through it.
1 second. All right. So hi, Andrew.
Yes.
Hi, Andrew. My name is Zack. I'm actually just getting back to you from the Mortgage Protection Department here in Salt Lake County. And I'm actually just getting back to you in regards to the form you had filled out and sent into my office for information on the mortgage, life, and disability protection. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Perfect. So just to authenticate the call really quickly, I have your home loan through, Security Home Loans at $158,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. And then I've got your date of birth as 05/16/1996.
Yes.
Okay. And are you still out 123 South Chad Street?
Yes.
Okay. Great. So most families fill out this request just to make sure that if they die, their home is paid off, or to ensure that if they became disabled, the payments are made. I'm guessing that was the idea for you, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm actually the field underwriter that's been assigned to your requests. It's actually just my job to get this information out to you just to see which programs you actually qualify for. Now, there is no, physical exam or anything like that. Not going to make you pee in a cup or anything. But it also takes about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. Now, I guess, Andrew, first off, what kind of shift are you currently working right now?
8 to 5.
8 to 5? Okay. So I am really busy tomorrow. I've got about 10 families to see as is, but it looks like I do have either 6 o'clock or a 9 o'clock available. Which one of those do you think would work best for you?
I'll take 6.
6, perfect. All right, well, I will go ahead and put that down. Now, do you have a pencil handy, Andrew, just to make a quick note for me?
Yes.
Awesome. Just go ahead and write this down. My name is Zack, Z-A-C-K. And then my phone number is 801-558-3662.
Okay.
And then I'll be there tomorrow between, you said 6, right?
Yep.
Between 6 and 7. Just make sure to give myself that hour just because I am running from house to house. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, I will see you there. Just make sure it's pretty easy to find the house, right?
Yes.
Cool. Well, if I do get lost, you don't mind if I call you, right?
No, I don't mind.
Awesome. All right. Well, make sure to let Beth know, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
You got it, man.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. So that was very the opposite of a telemarketer. Very controlled and almost slow, but I was waiting to hear what you were going to say. The other thing I want to point out is you're only asking questions you know the answer to. You don't say, You're saying, is this your age? Is this your date? You're getting me in the routine of saying yes, 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 yes.
Right.
All right. Now, what about for final expense? Let's just do the intro, because other than that, everything's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, everything's pretty much the same. One sec.
Are you looking this up on your iPad or something?
I just have it saved all on my phone.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, hey, Andrew.
Yes.
Hey, Andrew. My name is Zack. I'm actually just calling from the American Senior Benefits Center here in Salt Lake County. And I'm actually just getting back to you in regards to the form you had filled out a few days back on Facebook about the final expense program that's recently been approved by the state of Utah. You put your favorite hobby as running. Is that right?
Yes.
Wow, that's impressive. It looks like you're also 87. Is that right?
Yes.
Or not 87, 83.
Yeah, I'm 83.
Impressive, man. And then are you still at 123 Chad Lane?
Yes.
Perfect. And then same thing. Now I'm the local field underwriter, et cetera, et cetera.
To go get you the information. But now you're saying you book 95% of the people.
95% of the people I get on phone, yeah.
And now I didn't give you objections, but I know if you get objections, you keep going, right? How do you overcome objections?
The best way is honestly just basically giving the solution to their problem and then airing it off and coming back into the script, like acting like it's no big deal. You know what I mean?
Like how? So I say, hey, I'm busy. Can you call back?
Then I'll just, say that again.
Hey, Zach, I'm busy. Can you call back?
Hey, yeah. So Andrew, this takes about 30 seconds. Do you have 30 seconds for me?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Let me just real quick go through this for you. So my name's Zack, same thing, and I'll just go through.
Okay. And then what if I say, hey, man, can you call me later? We're real busy tomorrow.
Busy tomorrow?
Yeah. Like when you go to book the appointment, when I go, hey, I'm busy. Can you call me back?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll just be like, hey, so you're busy tomorrow. You said you're off at 5, right, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow, I'm sure you got stuff going on, no worries. But I'm looking at Thursday. And Thursday, I've got, let's see, either a 6 o'clock or a 10 p.m. Which one of those would work best for you?
I'll probably take 6.
Okay. Or if you said no, then I'll be like, okay, perfect. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do you a favor then. I know this is important to you, Andrew, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a slot down for Friday between 6 and 7. You'll be there, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, perfect. If not, here's what we'll do. I'll make sure I call you on Thursday just to confirm, and then I will just plan on seeing you between 6 and 7 on Friday. Make sure to let Beth know, all right?
Okay. How many people call to cancel before you get there out of your 30 appointments?
Oh, man. The day before, yesterday was actually better. The day before, Tuesday, I had, I think, about 5 or 6 out of my 10 appointments I had.
Did you pick up the phone?
No, I just kept going.
Did you sell any of those?
Yes, I did.
How many?
Actually, one was for 3,000 AP too.
So they called to cancel. You got there, and they got a policy for 3,000 AP.
3,000, yeah.
So you just ignore the voicemails.
I ignore it, yeah.
Or you don't even get it, right?
Right.
Okay, so how many new agents do you think wouldn't go, and what's the premium collectively you wrote from the people that called to cancel that day?
Wait, repeat that.
How many what was the collective premium you wrote from the people that called to cancel that day?
Collective, it was about, that day was actually kind of a rough day. I think I had about 3,500 total.
Okay, so majority of your sales came from that one person that called to cancel.
Exactly, yeah.
So how many agents now? I think Family First Life, the thing I loved is they've trained agents to really not make excuses, go out and help people. You get a lead, your goal is just to help that family. That's it.
Yeah.
But how many agents, I always wonder this, would have not shown up and then said that those leads suck? I don't know the answer.
Dude, I don't know.
I always think about that.
That is true.
Yeah. So it's something that, like, I'm like, okay, the difference between somebody having a big week and a small week is just a couple little things, normally doing something that people wouldn't do, which is what you did. Now, you said that was a rough day because how many appointments did you have and how many did you sell?
Well, I sold the ones I sat with, but like I had a lot of no-shows that day, which, you know, sometimes happens. Like it can't be perfect, right? But it's funny too, because I told Paul that night, I'm like, dude, just watch. Today I had a bunch of no-shows. Everyone's gonna show up tomorrow, and then everyone.
But dude, you just said you had a bad day and you wrote $3,000 in premium. Like, think about how insane that is.
That is very true.
Dude, I used to go out and I'd have 10 appointments and I'd end the day with like $1,500 in premium, and because I'd just get my butt kicked that day. Now I'd have really good days too, but some days it was a dogfight the entire day. And then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dude, I'm getting paid $1,500 for the day. If I did this 5 days a week, you're still doing $7,500 a week in premium by getting your butt kicked in the field every day. It's the craziest thing ever. All right, so let's talk about your $20,000 day. Or was it $20,000 day?
25.
And that came after your bad day?
Came right after my bad day, yeah.
So your $30,000 week, you got your butt kicked the first day, you wrote $5,000. The next day you wrote $25,000. Explain to me what that looked like.
Well, not as many no-shows. I mean, it was like pretty much everyone was there except maybe two. But I was running so far behind that it was like so like I'd get done with the application for one, and then the next one somehow called to cancel early in the day, and I had another one that was going to be there the hour after that, but I was already an hour behind, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I love those days where you actually hope someone cancels because you're like...
Yeah, like it was actually worked out, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to my next
stack your appointments. Yeah, that's awesome. How many sales was that? And was that all simplified issue, or was that fully underwritten? What was that?
Simplified issue of 14,000, and then an annuity for 11.
So you wrote $111,000 annuity and 14,000 in simplified issue yesterday.
Yeah.
And the day before 5,000.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.